Hello, hello, welcome to Monday's tutorial. We are talking about brows. Oh my goodness, brows, lashes, and liner. How do you brow? Brows, brows, brows. Basically, brows, lashes, and liner are all about framing your face. It is all about framing your face because you can have shadow on, right? A little bit of shimmer here. You can put the lips, you can do the face, but unless you actually spend a little bit of time adding a little bit of framing to your face, you're still missing like some main features of your face. You're not even going to notice the beautiful shape and things of your face. And so adding just a few little bit of framing to your face really, as you can see, can make a dramatic difference, right? Here we go, half screen. This is me with full face done, right? And even a little bit of shimmer going on here. But then here it is, all I've done was add the framing. I did the brow, I did a little bit of liner, simple, and then I added the lashes. So tonight we're gonna be talking about and showing you and demonstrating how to achieve simple, beautiful, natural brows, a little bit of a hint of liner, and some simple lashes. I hope you're gonna have fun. Brows for me, I call myself Brow Beauty. Hashtag Brow Beauty, because as you see, brows are my life. If I'm going to walk out the house with one thing, chances for me, it is brows. What is yours? What is the one thing you won't leave the house without, right? Everyone has like their main thing. They're just like, oh my gosh, I'm running out the house. I have this in my purse all the time, right? I have my lipstick, I have my chapstick, I have my mascara, I have to put some concealer on. What is that like one thing you're just like, nope, not leaving the house until it's done? For me, I kind of change up, honestly, actually, but for me, I gotta go most of the time, it is brows. Brows, baby, brows, brows, brows. So hands up if you're a brow girl. Give me a little high five emoji down below, right? Okay, so I need eyebrows. I know I do need eyebrows. It's like, they're actually here. They're just very, very blonde and very, very sparse, and I've got like total bald spots going on. Actually, you can grow them in if you use the lash serum. It totally works. But I actually stopped using it because they were getting so bushy. Anyway, so brows, brows, brows. Everyone has a different thing, have a different way. So that's where we're going to start first. Some people have really bushy, right? Depending on what ethnic background, for sure, because some have much thicker and bushy eyes. I do not get that one. So you actually might need to really get a little spoolie, right? And spool them into place, brush them, because you could have crazy ones going on which way. One of the best things to start is to actually just brush them kind of going up, and then wherever it seems to be the highest, then you just start kind of brushing down. Really simple, and even that, if you've got thick brows, can make a big difference just laying them flat. Okay, so tonight I'm going to be using my favorite, which is the Brow Artist brush. It has a double end. There's actually two brushes that are available right now, brand new one that looks like this, and one that has this end, but with this spoolie. So it's a double brush like that. Brush like that. Okay, so it's pretty awesome. You can decide what is your need. Do you need the double brush like this, which is awesome and perfect for the highlighting, or do you need a brush that's really thin? Do you see how thin these are? This is what you need when you're doing a brow, any kind of brows. One of the biggest problems is people use thicker brushes, or they use pencils, which our hairs are tiny, tiny, tiny thin. So I'm going to show you how using, first of all, a really thin brush is your absolute must, and then how to use this palette, which is much better than a pencil. I'm going to explain to you why it's better than a pencil. So first of all, this is called a brow palette, and you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, what is all that for? Don't worry, I'm going to explain it to you. I'm going to help you out and show you how easy and not scary it is at all. First of all, when you get up close, you'll see little numbers. Here we go. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they've made it really simple for you as far as the steps to follow, but I'm going to show you that it doesn't really particularly matter. You can actually do it however you want. So first of all, this is called your main color. Okay, so your main color is the one that you want to match to kind of the hair color that you have. So I'm using the medium color palette. So there's light, which is going to be lighter than this, which would be for like redheads and super blonde, right? If I was like this all the time, right, then I would want to go with the lighter. But I have kind of darker roots that come in, and I like to have a more bold brow, so I go with medium. And then there's dark, which is super dark, which is like dark brown hair, and even black hair, it totally suits, okay? So you're always gonna have a lighter one, and then you're gonna have a darker one. You're gonna go, well, why do I need the darker one? I'm gonna show you how even just the tiniest amount of the darker one can make a big difference as far as getting a natural eyebrow look and not looking flat. If you've been watching other tutorials of mine, you'll notice that I always talk about shading and highlighting and low lighting. Right? It's all about that. It's not just on your face that you're doing it. You're doing it in your eyes, darker in the crease, lighter on the lid. Your brows are no different, okay? So you got the main shadows here. These are two highlighters. This one's a matte highlighter, and this one's actually a very soft shimmer. It's almost more like a satin highlight, okay? And I already have it on. I've done this whole palette on this eye already, and you can see how natural it looks in just lighting, okay? So this is called setting wax. Now, if you're like me, then you don't use it as a setting wax. You actually use it to create shape. And let me demonstrate. Okay, so if you have bushy eyebrows and you don't really need a whole lot of shape, you just need a little bit of fill-in, then totally use the wax as a setting wax to keep it in place so that your hairs don't go all over the place. But I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to use the angled side, okay? And I'm going to actually, everything should be small and light. Everything should be small and light, just like your hairs. I'm going to dip in here first. I'm literally just going to touch it. I don't move it around. I don't pick it up. I just touch it. And then I'm going to go to my lighter one and touch it. That now has given me a thicker amount of product so that I can create shape. If it's powder, it's not going to set as well for shape. It's perfect for filling in, but if you're needing to create shape, like for me, I've got a big bald spot here, right? It doesn't really go down long enough. So I'm going to go ahead and start at the bottom, right? And just start creating shape. And the thing is, you just kind of go back and forth. I can kind of go back with some more, a little bit more powder about 2 or 3 times, but then it'll be basically out of the wax. So touch the wax again, go back to the powder, right? And just go over it. And instantly, like that, you've got this, you start having a beautiful more shape, okay? And you just kind of go back and forth. Okay, this is for when you're creating a nice line. If you already have beautiful thick lined lashes and all you really have to do is pluck to get them in shape, well then you don't necessarily need to create shape. It's just a matter of if you have any bald spots to create that, okay? So beautiful long bottom line. If you're someone who says, I don't have hardly any brows and I don't even know how to create the shape, what shape I should have. Well, we have these awesome little things called stencils, and the stencils come with 5 different shapes. So you can actually experiment. You literally put the stencil on, fill it in, and then look and go, I like that shape, right? They're 5 different ones, and they're not widely different like you're like, oh my gosh, I would never use that one. No, they're all just nice subtle differences between whether you're going to need a little bit more of a peak, a softer peak, a longer eyebrow, a shorter eyebrow, right? It's really nice, and it gives you a starting point for those who kind of struggle to know, I don't even know what my shape is, okay? And then after doing it a number of times, basically you start going, yeah, I got this. I know what basic shape I've got. I know where it starts, where it should go, and then you just can do it without the stencil. Okay, so that is something to think about. So if you've been noticing, I've literally just been keep going back and forth to the lighter one, okay? And I'm just kind of creating that line effect. Your eyebrows, natural eyebrows, some people call them twins, is what I say to that. They are not twins. Oh my gosh. Mine are more like distant cousins once removed. Okay, they couldn't be more different. So don't be angry or upset about them not being absolutely identical. Now you want to try and have some symmetry here, but they don't have to be absolutely identical. Try and get basically the same height, right? At the bottom, length down here as where they are up there. Okay, and then you just kind of go, I'm creating the shape that I like. So I like to have totally curved on the bottom, which is the most natural. And then I actually like to have a soft, kind of just gently rounded peak. Okay? There we go. And then, you know what, sometimes I get them off, and that's just not, you just have to kind of roll with that. Sometimes you can be perfectionist about it, and sometimes you're just like, oh, well, it's a little higher, but that's the cool thing, is you can change it up, and you just don't have to have them perfect, okay? But this brush allows you to have such incredible, incredible precision. It is so beautiful, okay? So I have such a bald spot here that sometimes I just have to kind of go over it. There we go. But remember, natural brows are actually lighter and more sparse in the middle. Now, you don't want them to have nothing. You need to still create a nice little bit there, but it shouldn't be super thick or dark. Definitely not dark. Okay, as far as like if you're highlighting goes. Okay, so there you go. Already, we got this gorgeous now. So where would its dark part come in? So I'm gonna just literally touch it one time because I don't need much. It's already a beautiful darkness. You only want to use the dark right on the bottom. Don't make it longer. Just go on that line you've already created. Start with the end. Okay, start like middle to end, and then just kind of follow that line going backwards. Because again, you don't need as much in the middle. And then what you do, if you need to, if you think that line is too noticeable, is just gently just kind of go like that up with it, and it just blends it a little bit. Okay, and it gives you a nice defined line on the bottom, opposed to this just like kind of fuzzy, I'm not sure if the line is there kind of look. Okay, so I'm going to take the, oh, there's my tissue. Okay, just give that kind of a wipe off. So at this point, if that's the end you have, then you can go back with your little spoolie brush, which I've dropped here, right? And you can just kind of brush those brows back in place, right? Especially right in the middle, and it will actually help sparse and just thin out anything if there was too much there, and just put those brows back in place. And then it's going to stay for hours and hours and hours, literally hours. Just drop to one of my things here. There we go. Okay, so what is this beautiful for? Now, I don't know if you can tell the difference here. Hopefully you can. Yeah, you can totally see. It is lighter and more defined under here than it is over here. You still see kind of just some shadowing going on over here. So we're going to brighten it up. Think of this as concealer. I'm going to take the flat end. So this was my awesome brow side for the brows, right? Nice and angled. I can get exactly what I want. This is the flat side. You don't need much. Again, tiny bit. And think of it as almost like a highlighting concealer. And it's awesome because it's so thin again. It allows you to go right on that line. I kind of put it just sort of underneath and just kind of push it up. And this is what it's awesome for. If you've made any mistakes, you can usually just clean them up. Or if you're like, oh, missed that spot, or, you know, it's like a little dark there, or I've got some darkness on my skin, right? Just because we get like extra shadow. This just really helps to clean it up and really define that brow, giving you a nice, beautiful, clean frame. There we go, right? Easy, right? Like so simple. A lot of people go, oh my gosh, it's pink. No, it just blends in, okay? It just literally disappears. You don't need much. So this one, that one's matte, by the way, totally matte. So this one, again, you don't need much, okay? This is a very soft, more like a satin, just we can call it a shimmer, but it's more like a satin, which means it's extremely, extremely light shimmer. It's barely, it's not shimmery, it's not sparkly, it's more like just a very hint of a highlight. And again, we want our brow bone just to be kind of brought forward, which gives really defined brow. Okay, and again, it just helps you clean it up. Okay, so there you go. Look at that. So awesome. Now we've got some symmetry going on, and I basically created it because you saw there was nothing there, and it totally matches into my hair. And if I want to make it darker, then all I do is just go on that, and I just gently kind of fill it in as I go. Okay, so having a really precise brush makes all the difference. And then having a palette actually really helps as far as keeping things defined, but also giving you a little bit of color to play with for some shadowing. And then this is not normal powder. This is not eyeshadow powder. I wouldn't normally use this as an eyeshadow powder, although I have when I'm in a pinch if I've got nothing else. But it's a little bit more dense, a little bit almost more of a cream-like, and then it just sticks on. I've gone into I've gone into, what do you call it, a sauna before, and it doesn't melt off my face, okay? It's awesome, awesome stuff. So again, you get the choice in this month's kudos as to what shade you want, light, medium, or dark. I'm using medium. You get the choice of this brush or the one that has this end with the spoolie end, brand new, okay? So it's awesome. And let's keep going. So we've got part of our frame, that's my main frame. And then we're gonna go on to a liner. Pencil liner, liquid liner, dip and draw, whatever you use. It is so much fun, but you definitely want to make sure it's smudge proof. Oh my gosh, I hate when people put it under here and then I see them like an hour, a couple of hours later and it's all smearing down here. That's no fun. Nobody wants raccoon eyes and they haven't even been crying. Oh goodness. So we have so many different colors. It's so awesome. So I'm going to just show you for a moment some beautiful different colors. I'll put them on this arm. So we've got a beautiful kind of like an eggplant purple. What else do we have here? This is one of my main ones, a nice chocolate brown. This is a dark one. We also have a light brown. White eyeliner you can do so much with, including use it on the inner underwater line to really pop, brighten up the eye. Such a wonderful thing. And then we have, oh, a nice forest green. You see that? Gorgeous for just doing a little bit of highlight to really make eyes pop, especially if they're hazel. And then, of course, your basic black. Look at that. Boom, black in the place. Okay, so these babies, once you get it a minute to just kind of set in place, are totally smudge proof. 100% smudge proof and waterproof. I put these on when I go to my shows and my various home groups. And I literally leave it on all day. I can wear clothes on and I go like this and I show them and I go, and it doesn't smudge off. That's what you want. Now, when you go wash it with your cleanser, it comes right off, no problem, no problem. But the awesome thing is they're not gonna smudge off and give you crazy raccoons on your eyes. So at the moment, I'm gonna pick chocolate brown, which is called Proper. Okay, I'm gonna use Proper. And I'm just gonna do it really simple. So I have very fair, very, very, very fair, so you can't see my lashes at all. They're like completely blonde. And all I'm doing is kind of this outer third, if you will, right? When you've heard me talk about various ways to shadow your eye, think of your eye broken into thirds, 1, 2, and 3. So who out there is a brow girl? Put your hand up if you're a brow girl, right? I am totally a brow girl. Or if you're a lash girl, who's a lash girl? Just put like brow girl, lash girl. I'd love to know who's out, what you are, who's watching tonight. Okay, because it's always, I find it interesting what you think, what is your main thing that you kind of go with. So right now, I have really hooded, deep set eyes. So I always want to keep my liner, whatever product I'm using, really thin on the top. Unless I'm going for a really fancy, special, spooked up kind of look, then you can, play around with different things. But for the most part, you just really want to keep it in place, right? Keep it really thin, and so that you can still see your eyelid really nice and clearly. Okay, so have you learned anything so far? Anybody out there? Have you learned anything about your brows? Do you use any brow stuff? What do you use? I've used so many different kinds over the years. It's been crazy. So the nice thing about the pencil is you can put it on. It doesn't like completely set immediately, so you can just kind of blur it, smudge it, fix it up if you want, however you want. You can even smudge it if you want it a little bit more of a smudgy look. You can create little soft wings if you'd like. It's so awesome. But then give it a few minutes and then it's going to stay in place. You can cry and it's not going to move. It's kind of awesome. Okay, so this is a nice brown, chocolate brown, nice kind of lighter one. So already, look at this, the difference it really makes. Just all I'm adding are the frames, the brows, the lines, the liner, and the lashes, okay? Think of a painting, right? Think of an artwork. Think of your face as artwork. It really is. You are so beautiful, your face, and all you want to do is just kind of accentuate your natural, graceful beauty. And one of the best ways to do that is putting a gorgeous, beautiful frame on it. If you go to an art gallery, most of the beautiful, gorgeous paintings are going to have a beautiful frame on it somehow, right? And it really just helps to enhance. If you put the wrong frame on the wrong painting, it actually detracts from it. So if you put on like crazy eyebrows or crazy eyeliner, right? It detracts from the beauty that is natural in your face. So all you want to do is keep things subtle, more natural. Find the color that is more natural to your hair. Do a more natural line. Keep liner as a simple every day, and you're just going to make such your natural beauty just shine through for the beautiful frame that it is. So I'm going to take my awesome Epic. I'm using a black Epic right now. Okay, so now we have brown Epic, black, classic black, and waterproof black. Waterproof black, let me tell you, is 100% waterproof. It is very impressive, very, very impressive. I actually wore it in, are you ready? The shower. The shower. I actually had my husband spray me with water in the shower. It was crazy fun. He gladly volunteered. Gladly volunteered. Anyways, oops, I went on my water line. There we go. And anyways, the waterproof mascara totally stayed on. Very impressive. What I'm using right now is the classic black. This is water resistant. So even if I cry, oh, sorry, I've been having some technical difficulties with my light. We're going to have to get that fixed. So I apologize if it goes kind of dark on you guys. We'll try and finish this up. So this is the Epic. Epic is awesome. Epic is, as rightly named, it is totally epic. It gives you curl to your lashes. Yes, that's right, curl to your lashes, a little bit of lift. It gives incredible length and it gives incredible volume. So much, but my lashes are very, very thin, okay? But this stuff, that second coat, so if one coat is so beautiful, it just really defines them. But that second coat just grabs the tiniest of lashes, absolutely amazing, and just builds on it beautifully, okay? Think of it like painting, that you're just going to get even more boldness with that second coat. It really pops and shines through. Okay, so when you're giving your lashes, make sure you always go root to tip. A lot of people make the mistake of doing basically middle to tip, and then they run up with clumpy lashes. First of all, this stuff doesn't clump like ever. So awesome. I never have to worry about that. Okay, but to get a beautiful full lash look, make sure you start root to tip, roll it out, okay? You're just pulling that mascara on, coating each lash. And that's why having a really good brush makes such a difference, because then it actually grabs onto the lashes such a beautiful way, okay? And then to lengthen, to thicken the ends, because they are always thinner, and then right at the root, is then you can go middle to end, middle to tip. And that is what's going to really give the extra volume and extra length, by going middle to tip for the ending coat. Okay? Look at that. Wow. Wow. Hello, Epic. Ah. So this is the black, brown, and waterproof. So these things are awesome. So everything I've just showed you is actually on sale right now, and is in the special July. My brain is still in summer. And the special September kudos. So you get to choose your own shade, light, medium, or dark. You get to choose your own eyeliner, and it can be any of the colors. I think there's like 8 colors to choose from. And you can choose your own brush, whether it's the double-ended or the single end with the spoolie. And then you get to choose your own Epic, whether it's black, brown, or waterproof. And it is the simplest way to just add a little extra frame to your face. Now, before we go, I just want to show you one of my absolute favorite new products, because you've seen this before. It was part of the August kudos, which FYI you can still get. Woo! But lip powder is back in, and I just realized I don't even have my full brightness on. Goodness, we're just all over the place tonight. Woo! Anyways, there are 6 new colors of this. 6 new. So right now there are 9, and actually 10 if you include this limited edition, special edition color. So let me show you how this works. It is so amazing. It is actually, are you ready for it? Powder. Encapsulated water. Encapsulated water. And then you could blow it and it will blow away. As soon as you start putting it on, then it immediately goes to cream. And it stays creamy, but then it's incredibly long lasting. It's one of those, it sets in place and it just like lasts for hours and hours. It's absolutely incredible. So let's go ahead. See, I was really concerned when this first came out. I thought, it's powder. How can you put it on without it powdering all over your face? It's really easy. They have created this little applicator, and it's not so powdery that it blows everywhere. Now, I wouldn't talk while putting it on. I've done that before, and I've poofed it out. Oh, gorgeous, gorgeous. So, like I said, there are 9 colors plus this special edition one. Okay, so in the other colors, there's some matte colors and some shimmer colors. This one is kind of like a metallic even, right? So this one is absolutely gorgeous. I even have the name on here, I can't remember. Compassionate. This is the color Compassionate. It's part of the August Kudos, which you can actually still get. It's a miracle. They never had 2 Kudos at the same time. You can still get this color called Compassionate with the August Kudos. Or check out one of the other amazing 9 colors. Matte and shimmer, light all the way to dark. Peach, red, purples, light pink, shimmers. It's absolutely gorgeous. And browns, so beautiful. Okay, lip powder, absolutely incredible. So don't forget, take some time. Look at that. There are those eyeliners I was telling you about. Totally staying in place. Already by the end of this video, it is just totally in place and they're not smudging. That's what's on your eyes, and it's not going to give you all crazy raccoon eyes just from wearing it. That's not fun. So take some time. Have some fun, get the right tools, okay, get the right tools. Having a spoolie to really put those brows in place, having the right brush makes such a difference, incredible precision. And then a powder and a pencil are not going to do it. A pencil is going to be too big, it's not going to look natural. A powder is going to blow off and you're going to lose those spots, especially if you had bald spots. But using a palette that's specifically made for brows, especially these like creamy powders plus the setting wax, really keep it on place, and then you can go in that amazing sauna and they aren't gonna melt off. Right. Top it with some amazing Epic, and if you're wearing the waterproof, then you're good in the sauna too, and it won't come off. So awesome. And then don't worry about your eyeliner because it ain't coming off. But so have some fun. Let me know if you're a brow girl and you need some help. I can totally help you out, hook you up. And if you need some help with the shaping, you can totally do that too. The little stencils I talked about are so awesome, and they can really help you just kind of get started if you're a beginner and trying to figure out what shape best works for you. So have a wonderful night and be a brow up beauty and have a wonderful time. Bye guys.